Here are 3 effective persuasion strategies. The Sullivan Nod was created by Tom Sullivan. It was originally designed to encourage people to purchase a particular item with the power of subconscious suggestion. When well executed, the Sullivan Nod is so subtle that the receiver will never notice it. It's very simple to perform. While asking a question or reciting a list of things to suggest, simply nod 3 times at a slight angle. About 15 degrees works fine. For example, you walk into a bar and you request a drink from the bartender. They respond with, "Sure, would you like brand 1, 2, 3 or 4? And if the desired brand number was 3, because it was very costly, then the bartender would nod slightly when reaching it. And if the receiver's mind was open, then they would reply with, "Brand 3 sounds good." According to Sullivan and many scientific studies, this technique works around 60 to 70% of the time when trying to suggest something to a person. To assume the close is basically assertiveness, to show confidence in what you're saying and what you're doing. It's the way you phrase things and or your tonality. For example, if you want to ask someone on a date, instead of asking, "Hey, do you want to hang sometime?" try saying something like, "Hey, I'm free next Saturday, you should come chill." This makes you sound very confident, like you already know that they're going to say yes. Another example would be if you're going to ask for a pay rise, instead of asking for one, "Boss, I've been working here for a while now, can I get a pay rise?" You should instead say, "Hey boss, I've learnt a lot and I've been performing quite well lately. I feel I've earned a pay rise." By doing this, you are stating the fact that you create value and you deserve a pay rise. The foot in the door technique is a very powerful and effective psychological phenomenon that is very well known today. It is a compliance tactic that involves asking someone for a small request to make them feel more comfortable, and then by asking them for a second, larger request, you are forcing the consistency bias upon your receiver, making them feel obligated to comply a second time. For example, you are in need of a ride to get somewhere, and your friend Alex is the only person with a car. Using an assertive tone, you speak to Alex and say, "Is this your car?" Alex replies, yeah. Then you say, "Nice man, can I check it out?" and literally walk over to his car. Alex will reply with, "Yeah, sure." Now that you're both in the car, you can suggest to Alex, "I need a ride. You wouldn't mind, would you?" The small request I made is asking if I can check out his car, which is followed by the larger request, asking for a ride. This combined with another form of the foot in the door technique called yes, yes, where by getting a person to say yes 2 times, they are much more likely to say yes the 3rd time. So by asking the first question, I get a yes, and then by asking the second question, I also get a yes, which prepares the mind for the larger request, where I am able to get the 3rd yes. And to make it all worthwhile, you can also use the Sullivan Nod while asking the 3rd question. And this is where the magic happens. Take your time, practice each of these skills one by one, then combining all 3 techniques, you can easily and effectively persuade a person. Did you enjoy this video? Did you learn anything? I know you said yes, so hit that like button, subscribe for more. Thanks, and I'll see you in the future.